Good evening, everyone out there between New York and California, between the East Coast and the West Coast. As part of the program of Artists on Lockdown, I'm coming to you from California to sharing some view into the blue ocean. Last week, we talked about the great white. This week, great white shark. And this week, we're going to talk, or I'm going to talk, to share with you about the leopard seals, this enigmatic animal that live only in Antarctica. So let's start from the first vision of people that look at Earth from space, and those are the astronauts. They fall in love with the blue planet, actually. And what did they have seen? That's the view that they've seen. That three-quarters of the world is practically water, or even more, and only small part of it is land. I decided earlier in my life to take a camera and to photograph everywhere. As you see on my back, we have black leopard and we have beluga whale, and I also went underwater. So what I'm going to share with you today is few images and explain some of the behavior of this enigmatic animal, and this animal called leopard seal. It is an animal that actually it is territorial and territorial and solitaire. They live alone and they protect their environment. So if you have more questions during the presentation, don't hesitate to come up to write them in the chat room, and then our monitor Ben, thank you Ben, will help me to answer those questions for you. To have you a feeling of where we are really is to be on top of the mask in Antarctica, looking down and see the size, the gigantic size of those icebergs. And that is what is like diving under the iceberg. An iceberg, to some, many of you probably know, and some that don't know, the top of the iceberg is only the tip, and 10% of the iceberg always will be above water, and the rest of it underwater, as you see clearly in this picture, and the diver swimming along. And that's picture taken of me swimming along with the leopard seal. The leopard seals can reach to a size of almost 12 feet long and a weigh between 400 to 500 kilo, which is about close to a ton. It has bad reputation, unfortunately, because about 12 years ago, one female researcher for the English research station actually been drowned by the leopard seals. However, I must give a credit to the leopard seals because she was told not to go alone. However, as humanly, as brave as we are, and as aggressive as we are, as we think that we are on top of the world, unfortunately, she went alone and got to encounter with the leopard seals. So let's see what really happened when you see a leopard seals and how it reacts toward you and how it can react positively or friendly, or really how they relate or what they do there in the wilderness in Antarctica. Yes, when they see us, they get a little bit excited, and especially when they're looking into the dome of the lens. When they look at the dome and they look at the lens, they're actually like a mirror, like what we do when we wake up in the morning and go out to brush our teeth. They see themselves, but they don't know that. So they think there is another leopard seals come into their territory. So remember, we said it's territorial and solitaire. For them is strange. So what will happen when one animal open the mouth to another animal, when they're facing each other, one always is stronger and the other one is weaker. So the stronger one will try to attack. In this case, it's open its mouth. What will happen? If I run away, it will run after me, Mother Nature. But if I will be the aggressive one and try to push the one in the front of me, then he will be try to protect itself. And then also will be a conflict. But what happened if, as I tell my guys or the guests that coming with me on those trips, stay still. Don't go after and go run away. Just stay still, like the picture before, and the leopard still start moving around and around because they don't know. And then you have the opportunity to actually look into the mouth of the leopard seal. If you look into the mouth, you see something very interesting. It is the canine teeth they have in the front. And why? Because they need to feed. And how they feed, and but the most food they have in Antarctica is only the penguin. So how do they feed on the penguin? Let's take a look at it. Usually they go during the low tide into a shallow bay. They put themselves underwater, and what happen is they look like a rock because they are so gray, like all the stone in Antarctica. The young chick of the penguin will go into the water. Only then they'll go to the water. The adult will stay on coast on land because they know the difference. The young one don't know. Eventually, one that come very close to the leopard seal that ambush them in the water will catch one, will carry that into mid-water and drown it, as you see the bubble coming out like here. But the leopard seal is very interesting. They will let go, and the pig will run back to shore, and the leopard seals will go after it, catch it, one or two times before it take it off. So is that playful? Like we kids, like we play with the food in front of our parents, depend on our mood. The same thing here. However, in this case, this penguin already been breastless. And then the leopard come and catch the penguin because it need to remove its feather. No animal can eat feathers. There is no nutrition in the feather. So how the leopard seals remove the feather? If you see again in the canine teeth I mentioned before, it hold the leg, it scratch the skin, just scratch it, cut the skin clearly in order to be able to shake the penguin back and forth violently in and out of the water. And this motion and this continue wavering, the skin peeled off, all the feathers came off, and that's all what left. And that's how the leopard seals can survive and can feed. Eventually, when they're food and when they're feed and they feel happy, they are playful. Just in this case, on the front of my camera or my guest camera. And that is the proud animal, the most magnificent animal that Mother Nature create. It is the only predator in Antarctica. So let's look for a short video for a trailer of the movie they made about my career, and now you know more about me.
Amos, to me, is one of the best ambassadors of the ocean. It takes huge amount of risks to bring those images which nobody else has ever been able to capture.
He comes back with images that no one can get. He is probably the best underwater still photographer in the world.
His story was always read in mystery.
He doesn't have a normal life. He doesn't have children. He's married to the ocean. He has this passion. He wants to be in the water, close to polar bear, swim with the biggest predator on Earth.
If wind is too turbulent, you're not going to go there.
There's so many factors that can work against you.
All right, guys, we're taking off.
Amos and his team have only 5 days to find a polar bear and take the picture.
It's the one animal where humans are part of their food chain. People get eaten by polar bears.
He needs that adrenaline rush. He needs to be at the edge. And if he doesn't do it in one way, you do it in another way. And maybe his military background has how to do with it.
What happened to Amos in the army is a mystery to me. He didn't come home, really.
I can see blue sky compared to see flames.
I wonder if there is some kind of unfinished business with the polar bear.
You live in yourself and go all the way with no matter what else. And this is all the power of vision.
Amos wants to prove that those large animals aren't our enemies, and that we can live with them in harmony.
Anna.
So I invite you again for all the question or any question that you have to share with us, and I'll happily going to reply. In the meantime, in the next few images, I would like to leave you with the message and to be considered that as a result of the corona, we've seen the environment change, actually improve because of our lack of activity and overproduction and over purchasing. So let's be kind and mindful of our ocean even after the corona. If you want to know more about what I do and how I do it, so I'm running expedition. I take people with me, small group of people, because the environment is complicated, the logistic is heavy, and the animal are wild. So we need to make sure that everything is safe. So the company is Big Animal Expedition or biganimal.com. So as you see here, that's the website, and amosphotography.com is for the potential to buy some prints. We make fine art prints. They are about 60 inches by 40 inches. They are large. They are museum quality, and they are fantastic for offices and for decorating your home. Again, I invite you for questions. And I also want to compliment again and to say thank you for the artist on lockdown. Give me the opportunity to share with you this evening. Now, for next week, Ben and I, that is in the background, we've been talking about sharing with you the story about being with the largest animal ever live on the planet, and that's the blue whale. Just for anecdote, that the blue whale could not live during the dinosaur time. It is the modern dinosaur on our planet, and it reached to a size of over 30 feet, about 100 meters, and eat only plankton. It does not hurt anyone. Anyway, thank you very much, and I look forward for the questions. I'm with you. Anybody with